Hi, I'm Mike, and this is my verse of the day. Today's verse is from Romans chapter 12, verse 12. It's short, simple, but has some very profound meaning. It says, rejoicing in hope, persevering in tribulation, devoted to prayer. These are three commands that Paul writes to the Romans, and in chapter 12, starting in verse 9 all the way through verse 21, he gives these series of commands. And the first here is rejoicing in hope. Rejoicing in hope is the idea of having a reason for joy, to have a right perspective in our situation. And I think so many times we get a bad perspective in our situation. Kind of takes us off the rail. And so rejoicing in hope isn't saying, I'm going to be happy no matter what. It is saying that I'm going to have a joy and be joy-filled. And one of the things that I find myself praying a lot anymore is that I would have the joy that God intends for me to have. And that's a prayer I think God really will answer and have for us. The second thing here is, what is our joy in? And our joy is in hope. And that hope is that God has everything in control, and that there's a better future for us. It might not be necessarily tomorrow here on this earth, but in the distant future in our eternity. The second thing, there's persevering in tribulation. And the idea of persevering is enduring, is I'm going to get through this. And tribulation is there's troubles. And we know that we have troubles. And we understand that there's things in life that are going to go haywire and go bad. And so we just have to endure and persevere. Why? Because Jesus also had bad things happen, and he also persevered. The third thing, though, is the glue that keeps the first two possible, and that's devoted in prayer. We have to devote ourselves to prayer, not just half-heartedly say we're going to pray, but truly be devoted to prayer. This is our connection to God. When I spoke at my mom's funeral a few weeks ago, one of the things I said was that I'm going to miss my mom because she prayed so much for me and my children. Anytime I had an issue, I would call my mom and ask her to pray. And at that point, I knew things were going to change because she had a special connection with God through prayer. And that's what we all need to have. Rejoice in hope, persevere in tribulation, be devoted to prayer. Thanks for your time.